Howdy folks, Matt here with Gulf Coast Fit. Out here on the Gulf Coast on this brisk 39-degree morning, dawn patrol, 6 a.m. And I'm busting out a posterior chain giant set, or a strength spectrum giant set, where we run through different types of muscular contractions pertaining to hip extension in the posterior chain. So all you need is yourself and some bands. So I love minimalist workouts, love being out in nature, love getting my toes icy cold in the sand for you. So let's bust it out together. What we're gonna run through, first we're gonna start with an explosive movement, some broad jumps, 5 repetitions, not high volume. This is to ramp up your nervous system, really turn that on switch on. And then we're gonna go into some banded deadlifts with the heavier band. Again, 5 reps, not trying to burn it out. This is performance based, trying to really activate fast twitch, strength-based muscle fibers. After the broad jumps and then the banded deadlifts, we'll go into some banded good mornings, which is essentially the same as a deadlift movement pattern, pretty close, only you load the resistance a little bit differently. And then we'll finish out with more of our burnout lactic acid threshold exercise with some hip thrusts. Really burn the glutes out. So that's 4 exercises in a row for the posterior chain. That's what constitutes a giant set. Here we go, number 1. Oh man. Just hit sunrise. Turn it this way for you. Alright, broad jumps, 5 reps. We're working on landing softly, using your hips in conjunction with your arms. Land in a full squat. 3. There's 5. Next up, we're going into the banded deadlifts. The sand is so cold, I can't feel my feet, so I'll put my moccasins on. Alright, going with a heavy band. So you want to hold both ends, step onto both layers of the band, pretty narrow stance. Straighten your back out, nice and neutral, load the hamstrings and let it rip. Hinge, load the hamstrings, squeeze your butt at the top. Keep your lats engaged. It's all about loading the posterior. I'm gonna get 1 more. I know that's 6, but keep it to 5 good ones if you can. Next up, good mornings. I'm going down to a medium intensity band. The band goes around your neck. You stand on top of the band with a pretty close stance. Coming up, kind of hold on to it like suspenders. We load, hamstrings, extend. This is a little more hamstrings and a little less quadriceps. 8 to 10 reps on these. Feel the hamstrings, really tune in to the tension you facilitate in the back of your thighs. Hopefully that sun will warm me up a little bit. There's 8. Lastly, we can hit the deck for some banded hip thrusts. Now, the way you add band resistance, one way you add band resistance to hip thrusts, simply lay on your back, hold the band down with your hands, squeeze it tight, thrust up against the band. So yeah, you do work your triceps and your rear delts and your lats to push the band down, but that's fine. And like I said, this is our more of a burnout work capacity exercise. So crank them out and say 20 to 30 reps. Really build a lot of mechanical tension in the glutes and hamstrings. This is the exercise to do it on. And this is a performance-based giant set. That's why we're low volume on the broad jumps, 5 reps. Low volume on the deadlifts, 5 reps. Medium volume, 8 to 10 on the good mornings. And then we hit the high volume hip thrust with the least complex, most isolated exercise to tax the target muscles out. We hit the broad jumps first because that's our explosive plyometric power exercise, very neurological. And that really flips on your nervous system, gets your muscles firing on all cylinders. Oh, it's really burning now. I'm gonna crank out 5 more. Oh man. Run through that 3 to 5 times. It doesn't take long. It's not meant to completely wear you out. It's not very metabolic in nature. It's not cardio, but you will feel a big localized burn in the backside, especially on that last exercise. But rest 1 to 2 minutes between rounds. Prioritize explosivity and precision on those first 3 exercises, then tax it out to finish. Have a great day.